Right then, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a Honda Civic 2.2 SE diesel. This car's covered just under 42,000 miles, so it's no mileage for the year. It looks absolutely stunning in this colour as well. At the start of this video, it wasn't raining, it's just started, so I'm going to persist. But a very, very clean car. Bonnet very clean, hardly any stone chips anywhere on there at all. Near side of the car, passenger side, really smooth in the panel work, no indentations, it really is remarkably clean. Front near side alloy, again, very, very clean indeed. Carry on down the panels, wonderfully clean and original. Near side rear alloy, again, completely unmarked. Come around on this angle here, you can see just how clean those panels are. Rear bumper corners, very, very nice, no marks on there at all. Around to the offside, driver side of the car, again, just see the panels, it's just so crisp and tidy. Offside rear alloy, again, completely unmarked. And the remaining panels are absolutely fantastic. This is one of these colours that looks so much better on a bright day. I mean, it looks lovely now. Final alloy is lovely, but trust me, this is a really glorious looking car. Coming to the boot area now, huge boots on the Civics, 60/40 fold on the rear seats, and again, as with exterior, this car's been kept absolutely beautifully. It's only had one owner from new, who's serviced the car whilst he's had it all the time by Honda. Sorry, actually a little storage space underneath there as well. Yank that back and drop it down if you want to extra boot depth. And also we've just serviced the car actually as well. It's coming into the back of the car now, rear doors very wide open, virtually 90 degrees, and then seats in the back here in lovely condition. And that's not always the same, you can't say the same with all Civics. They are family cars, tend to get bashed about in the back, but this one hasn't at all. Coming to the front passenger side, all the door cards are in lovely condition. There is a full set of original Honda mats. They're being cleaned at the moment actually. Obviously they do get dirty when people traipse in and out, so they've been cleaned off at the moment, but the car will have them. It's fantastic there. So finally, front driver's door card. Again, absolutely beautiful. Footwell area is all lovely and clean. Driver's seat again in really good condition. So sat inside the car now. Engine's running through this section, so the dash can be seen illuminated. Dashboard looks brand new. Looks absolutely stunning in terms of its condition. All the functions working exactly as they should as well. If I come across here, hopefully not snag the wire, and you can see there 41,959 miles. And if I come back here, you get this wonderful view, and that's basically what you're looking at as a driver. It looks absolutely stunning. So slightly shaky on the old camera there, and it is a bit grainy this morning. It's quite an early morning video I'm doing this morning, so I do apologise. Just to show you, owner's manual pack and locking wheel nut key are here and present with the car. Worth pointing out, sorry I should have pointed out there, the airbag light stays on for the passenger side, does a check whilst you first set the car up, but that turns off as it has done automatically there. So finally, just to come under the engine bay, which as you'd expect from Honda, it's quite beautifully presented. Fantastic engines, cam chain driven, no cam belts to worry about on them at all. As I said, we have just serviced the vehicle. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda Civic 2.2 SE diesel. This particular car is registered AV13PYF, and mileage at the start of the road test is a very low 41,952 miles. The reason for doing these videos, as I say in all of them, is basically so that if you're looking at this car online in an advert, you actually get to see that very car in operation. Many of our customers will travel huge distances to come and see our cars, certainly from all over Europe, so the least we can do is to go to the time and effort to do this for you. The reason we do that is because we've been on the receiving end ourselves, so we know exactly what it's like to go and see a car which looks great in the photographs and the description, only to get there to find out after a test drive or whilst driving it that it's got an issue which manifests itself whilst driving the car along. So hence that's why we do it. So it is critical in that sense. The road test is also done on part of the road test route that any prospective buyer would go on. The reason for that is so it is representative of what you'd feel yourself should you be offered a test drive in the car. The car itself, I mean, one private gentleman has owned the car from new, and all the servicing he's had done on the car has been done, all of it has been done by the Honda dealers. It's now due on time, not on mileage, so the car will be serviced once this video is completed. So coming to the car itself, engine, great place to start on a Honda car, and these are brilliant units, they really are. Starts instantly of course and settles to an absolutely smooth and even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the vehicle, and temperature gauge is running at a third, which is exactly where it should be on a Honda car, and the car's been running for over 2 hours now, so it clearly is up to full operating temperature. The engines, I mean, this is a bit of a busman's holiday for me in all honesty, because I've got a 2.2 diesel Civic myself currently, so I know this engine intimately and I've had loads previously, but it's such a lovely, sweet, refined, powerful, economical, all the things you want from an engine, it's got it. It's just wonderful in operation, and of course being a Honda engine, they are, you know, the most reliable in their class by a country mile, and very, very long lasting as well. But they are literally, they're just fabulous engines, you know, for use day in, day out. Engine then feeds through clutch and into gearbox. Clutch on the car is absolutely perfect, as you'd expect with such a low mileage. It's smooth in the way it actuates. Oh dear me, that's not how you want to see your car end up, is it? There we are, poor soul. Yeah, but the clutch is absolutely perfect on the car. Sorry, got completely distracted. Gearbox, obviously 6-speed gearbox, and again another wonderful Honda box. You know, they're strong, reliable, as you'd expect, very long lasting, but they're just wonderful to use day in, day out. Again, it's just got a lovely, meaty, slick, accurate quality to it that you get from all Honda gearboxes. They put a lot of effort into it, and I can feel no wear in it at all. It feels absolutely perfect. Steering of the car, again, really good setup on the car. Track's absolutely bullet straight. There's no vibrations at all. I'm at the legal limit virtually now at this speed, or any speed up to the motorway speeds. A bit of a pet hate of mine actually. But it's a lovely power steering setup because it's got a nice weighting to it to make the car feel nice and solid on the road. But it's very precise, very accurate in use as well. It's nice and quick to respond to any input you put into it. It matches the chassis absolutely perfectly because the chassis is very dynamic. It's a really, if you like your driving, you'll love the Civics because it's very quick to change direction, beautifully poised through the corners, very agile, very chuckable. It's just a lovely, lovely car. It really is. The chassis setup's brilliant because what it still allows for is a very comfortable and compliant ride on pretty much all road surfaces now, which same couldn't be said of the previous generation, of course. What I'm looking for on road test is any signs of any kind of chattering or knocking noises coming from underneath the car, of which there's nothing at all. It's absolutely superb in use. The car is about to go through an independent MOT, so again all these things will be checked, but whilst driving the car I can feel nothing at all. Perfect. Brakes on the car, just get around this corner a second and I'll give them a little bit of a shove. I did it earlier, they're absolutely perfect, so but nice hard shove on the brakes. Lovely initial bites on the brake pedal, really powerful, no pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal, and also it pulls you up nice and straight. It doesn't want to pull left or right, so all good there. Looking around inside the car, it's not been cleaned yet, hardly needs it. It's in beautiful condition and they are beautifully made. They really are. You know, I know it's only done, it's a low mileage, but still the years on the road, no squeaks, no rattles, no buzzers from the interior. They are wonderfully well assembled cars. But also what a fantastic dashboard. I mean, it works perfectly because it's intuitive, it's easy to get to terms with ergonomically, it's brilliantly set up. Very high quality switchgear in the car as well, and everything working perfectly. Air conditioning's lovely and cold, all the displays, all the readouts working exactly as they should. But what I love about it is the fact that Honda have actually put some effort into giving you something that's enjoyable to sit behind day in, day out, because it's carried over from the last generation, albeit styled differently, with this two-tier design, which I absolutely love because it is brilliant in use. You've got a more conventional centre stack here, but then you get this high-up display up here with radio and ventilation and display up there, and then this brilliant high-up MPH speedo readout there. It just basically means you can concentrate on your driving, but hardly take your eyes off the road for a millisecond to take it in the speed you're driving at. It's genius, it really is. Down below that you've got this more conventional pod of 3 dials with your big rev counter flanked by the temperature fuel gauges, but everything's working perfectly. The car essentially just feels like I'm driving a brand new car. It's got that feel to it. It feels so tight in use. It is a lovely, lovely car, and whoever is lucky enough to get this one as the next owner, the second owner of the car, will be buying a very, very fine car indeed.